Hey everybody, this video is going to talk about problems number 5 through 11 on the chapter test review guide. Problems 5, 6, and 7 on this first slide are just adding and subtracting problems. So we would classify those as combining like terms. What is super important about this is that when you combine like terms, your exponents do not change. You learned this in Algebra 1 before you knew any of those crazy exponent properties. Your exponents don't change. All right, problems 5, 6, and 7 right here. Remember, we're looking for like terms, so problem 5 is an addition problem. I know that because I see a plus sign. I'm seeing 5x cubed plus negative 3x cubed, 2x cubed. I've got 4x squared plus 2x squared. That's going to make 6x squared. I've got x plus 2x. That's 3x. And I've got 2 plus negative 1. That is 1. A very common mistake here, especially when you start working with exponent properties, is to think, okay, now I'm going to combine them all together. I have to multiply this, I have to divide this, I have to factor this, something. Nope. Just want to know if you can add or subtract. All right, problem number 6. Still got like terms. I've got negative 4x cubed. I have x squared. It doesn't have any like terms in the second set of parentheses. No x squareds in there. I have negative 3x minus x. That's going to make negative 2x. Minus a negative is the same thing as plus a positive. And I have nothing minus negative 1. That is positive 1. There's my final answer. Should probably box this one up too for you. All right, problem number 7. I've got negative 2x squared plus 3x. Negative 1 minus negative 1. Something minus itself is nothing. So, final answer there. Negative 2x squared plus 3x. All right, moving on. I have the easier of the two multiplication problems. First one is just a straight distributing problem. So, take x cubed. I apply that in. I get x to the 5th. Remember, add exponents when you multiply their bases. X cubed times 4x makes 4x to the 4th. And x cubed times negative 11 is minus 11x cubed, or negative 11x cubed, depending on how you want to say that. All right, problem number 9, a little bit more complicated. I need to do each term in the first set of parentheses times every term in the second set of parentheses. So I'm actually doing quite a bit of multiplication here. I'm going to multiply x times x squared, negative x, and 2. And I'm going to multiply negative 3 times x squared, negative x, and 2. All right, so the stuff in the black for starters. X cubed minus x squared plus 2x. Now, I've shown you this before, but I want you to write these vertically. So minus 3x squared, or negative 3x squared, depending on how you read that, plus 3x minus 6. This makes it way easier for you to see what your like terms are and combine them effectively. We're going to get x cubed minus 4x squared plus 5x minus 6. Final answer. All right, last bit of stuff here. The first problem, number 10 here, is actually easier than number 8. I know number 8 leads off the section, but that's all right. When you do a problem like this, you're going to pick 2 of the 3 things to multiply. I always use the last 2. And you're going to FOIL those out. So I've got negative 2 and positive 4. You remember way back in the last chapter, those add to negative 2 and multiply to negative 8. So that's that FOILed out. Then I want to multiply x minus 1 times that. All of a sudden I've got the same problem as I had on the last page, or basically. So I'm going to get x cubed minus 2x squared minus 8x. And minus x squared plus 2x plus 8. Watch those double negatives. All right, x cubed minus 3x squared minus 6x plus 8. There's your final answer. Now, I know all of that was very fast. Please feel free to rewind, go back, pause, watch again. Problem number 8, I'm going to let you try on your own. So if you know what to do here, just pause. If you didn't know what to do, the first step is to write that cube of a binomial as 3 binomials multiplied together. The same binomial multiplied together 3 times. So 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. You will eventually learn a shortcut for this, but not yet. All right, then just like on the last problem, what we're going to do is we are going to take the last 2 and we're going to FOIL them together. So that gives me 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. The 12x comes from getting 6x here and 6x there. And then from there on out, it's pretty much the same problem. You'll notice here, I am once again stacking. I'm adding those vertically. I really like that. I think it helps keep them organized. All right, if you've got any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching.